Hello there and welcome to the Mystical Tarot Cafe. I am Lola Rose and I am happy to have you here. So we have your General Tarot here. It's called the Beginner's Tarot. I'll just say General Tarot. And it is based on your Rider-Waite Tarot, but it also has some astrological clarifiers mixed in, as well as some describers on the bottom, which I like because you can see that I'm not making up things or what have you, and I tend to channel a lot when I'm doing the readings, and then I can, if I feel something needs more clarifying or a little bit more detail, I will also go to my book that I have, and we will see if there's anything that needs a little bit more defining. And I will also do a life purpose oracle card. So welcome to your group 1, and this is your business education, or I guess your life purpose, whatever it is that you want to call this particular reading. I will be here to help you, and thank you for being here. So let's get started. Okay. So I've been trying to work with this this is a tablet I'm working on, but it tends to film very dark, and I have no reason, I have no reason why. I have no idea why, because I brighten it and I change the lens and it goes right back to that thing. So I have to look up to see what's going on. And forgive the shaking. I guess I have fans on. I guess maybe things are going to be shaken up. I know we are in the middle of the year, and I was trying to get pretty big with the New Year's resolution. Sorry, all these flipped over, but you know what? This popped out, so I'm keeping it. That popped out face. It actually came out sideways, okay, so it's sort of like a blockage. Maybe, you know, right now, if you're in the northern hemisphere, or, you know, or I should say, you know, the United States in the north, it is the middle of summer. Maybe a blockage for, you know, education. You might not be thinking about that right now. That could be a blockage, right? We'll keep that in the center. So I will do a 6-card cover cross reading. Let's see. What does the collective need to know about their jobs, their education? What does the collective need to know? Here we go. Here's one. All right. Decisions are not being made. That fits with that. Partying with friends. Whoa. See, all these cards just want to like kind of fall out. Okay, here we go. These are like popping into my hand, so we'll take them. Let me put this aside. This popped out first. Another reverse. Wow, what is all these reverse cards? But you know what? I have to turn that around. That means the deck is in reverse with that. So one came out sideways. So now that's a little better. We could turn this around. Sometimes when the card comes in reverse, this particular card is the 2 of Swords. Keep your eye on the crescent moon. I'll look it up in the book. This I'll look up in the book because I believe it's the waxing crescent. And I always forget which is which, because when you look it up online, it'll say a different type of crescent, and I forget which one. You know, one is the start of it and one is the end of it, and I don't want to be confused and confuse you. So okay, let me pull the one from the top. Okay, so what I see, my first impression here is, okay, let me give you advice first. Don't wait till the last minute that you have, like, you're partying and this and that, and then you realize, like, you have hardly anything. Like, for some reason, $50 comes in my mind. Like, $50 in your bank account, and you say, oops, I need to earn money, and then you just kind of, like, fly by the seat and make a rash decision, and you end up in, like, this type of, like, a competition type of thing, because you don't want to grab the first thing that comes to you, because then you're going to be feeling like you're grasping whatever you can, and you don't want to choose work or anything like that. I mean, of course, if it's like a side gig and you're bidding for jobs or something like that, that's different. If that's the kind of work you do, that's different, because the nice message is you have the 10 of Cups. But keep in mind, cups in general are short term. Even though this is like, it shows, sorry for the glare, here we go. It shows, you know, a happy family and everything like that. But think about a rainbow. How long does a rainbow last? You know, it's beautiful symbolism, but you also have to have the foundation and the support, and you don't want this energy of being defensive, being like, I always think of, you know, like a toddler, mine, mine, mine. You know, you don't want that kind of energy when it comes to your work and your money, especially if you are feeling like you have options or something like that, or maybe lack thereof, because if you're grasping at things like that, you are becoming not only defensive, but you're starting to, let me see if the word is here. It says it's like a hoarding, you know, like you're just bringing everything to yourself. The word will come to me. But, okay, so your signifier card that popped out, or it says reunion, celebrations, socializing, gatherings, festivals, celebrations. Why does it say celebrations type? That's funny. Happiness, weddings, engagement, parties, graduations, baby showers, and happy hours. So yeah, that's all well and good. Just be sure you can afford all these things. If you're being invited to all of these things, maybe it came out sideways because as a blockage, I would suggest to use your discretion. I know you don't want to hurt people's feelings or whatever. If it's the same people inviting you out, talk to them. Say, hey, you know, I'm not working right now, or I just have this like side gig, you know, and I'm doing the best that I can. You know, it's summertime, I have the time, but, you know, can I do maybe 2 of the 3 things? And, you know, maybe do the very important things. Be there for their wedding. Be there for their graduation, or, you know, the heavy life-changing events. But the other, like the gatherings of every Friday night, or, you know, let's go dancing or something like that, and drinks all around and that kind of thing, maybe nix some of that, okay? If it's something free, like a fair or something like that, fine, you could play it off, carry around a bottle of water while everybody buys whatever it is that they buy. And, you know, you're fine. You know, suggest something like that. Or maybe you do the planning and suggest more free stuff if you want to spend time with your friends. Go to a park. You know, say, hey, you know, you want to go jogging together? You know, if you want to spend time with your friends, it's fine. But just make sure you're not blowing all your cash. You know, that's the message that I'm getting here. Have fun. Definitely get out, have fun. But don't spend your money so that you don't feel desperate and you start getting, you know, anxious and, you know, grabbing whatever you can, because that's not a good way. So in your past, it says you were sitting on the friendship in the crossroads and you had a difficult decision to make. So again, either difficulties trying to choose between maybe one friend and the other, maybe one friend doesn't like the other friend as much, and you had to make a decision either between friends, between jobs, between different schools, even if you're looking around for colleges. If you're under 18, you know, ask your parent if it's okay to watch tarot. I don't know. I can't suggest that you're being here, because some parents don't like that. You need to ask permission. I'm not saying anything bad here, I promise, but I just want to let you know and educate. I would love to be a mentor, but at the same time, you know, just be sure that you're doing the right thing, okay? That would be my disclaimer. And, you know, I would say this is not for under 18, but again, ask permission. Just say this is a general education and career reading, so there's nothing bad here, okay? So This is about stressful decisions, opposition, facing your fears, being torn between two relationships, or divided loyalties. So again, sometimes you have friends, one doesn't like the other as much, and maybe both invited you out, and it's the same day, maybe even their events are the same day, their birthdays are the same day. Try to figure out, maybe spend some time with one in the morning, spend some time with the other in the afternoon. I'm not saying dating, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your loyal friends, the ones that, you grew up with. And, if you are dating in that manner, that's your own personal choice, okay? Now, we have some regrets here, okay? You have options. Some you don't feel like are really that, what's called tangible. The one like in the cloud, you're like, that's why he's got the meh face. Think about the meh family, right? Meh. So it's regret, rejection of offers, missed opportunities, stagnation, apathy, disillusionment, preoccupation with negative things, self-absorption, depression, boredom, nostalgia. Keep in mind, what is meant for you will come back to you, okay? But you can't just sit there and expect everything to come to you. You might get messages, you might get information, but it's what you do with it that helps it come into fruition. I'm sure you're hearing all about, manifest and, do this, do that, make it happen. How do you make it happen? You have to take action. You find a job, it's not going to come knocking at your door. Maybe it will. Usually it won't, okay? Sometimes people get lucky like that. It'll fall at their feet. Somebody will come to them. Hey, I know this job, XYZ, and would you like to join? Sometimes you have to, if you know the person, fine. If you don't, you got to be a little suspicious. What is this about? There's plenty of movies about that. But if it's something that's legitimate, do your homework. Look up the company. Make sure they're hiring. Look at the careers section or the opportunities or whatever they listed as. Even call the company. Hey, I heard about this position. Is it open? And see what they say. You never know. And if you get your foot in the door, you might even be welcome for even doing your homework as such. So, have those resumes ready. Have those, intentions ready. And have everything ready to go, have your clothes pressed in the closet, because with all that socializing, sure, you have your club clothes or party clothes, but make sure you have your business clothes, because first impressions always count. Be on time, have everything charged, your phone, check your messages, make sure you're not missing your messages, okay? That just came, all right. This card is what I'm concerned about. This came as your current situation, and this is your challenges. So what I'm concerned about is there's some infighting going on. I don't know if it's maybe you're discussing things with your friends and they're feeling kind of like negative towards the decision that you're making and it's confusing you. Or this could also be, you're beating the competition out in a bid or something like that, which is good news. The good news also is this is the Swords cards, so that relates to air, communication. And there's a lot of talking about, ideas going around about these situations. So it's good, throw around the ideas, but try to use discretion in one hand. Don't give out all the information like, oh, how much do you get paid for that? No, that's a bit rude. Okay, honestly, I don't know why people ask that. And you can say, I'm not sure. I think it's in the range of, and give like a range. That's fine. 25 to 30,000 a year, something like that. I have to look it up. And they could look at you like, oh, what are you, dumb for taking a job you don't know how much you get paid for? Fine, let them look at you. That's okay. And if people are negative like that, you don't need them to speak to you anyway. Just say, okay, I have to go, thank you, and that's it. And so basically, and see, I'm going to read this to you because this is exactly what I was describing. Failure, surrender, change, walking away, self-sacrifice. See? That's what I don't want you to do. Self-sabotage behavior, inappropriate behavior, deception, lack of communication, aggression, bullying, intimidation, and pain. This is what you have to be aware of. Now, you know what happens when people start pushing you. Do this, do that, do this, do that. You become confused and you kind of drop everything and then jump off a cliff, right? You just go. And that's the problem with, you do that in life, relationships, whatever decisions, and sometimes you can land good and sometimes not. You have to be very careful with the decisions that you're making. Sometimes, trust in spirit. And look, arms are open. That's full trust right there. His face is up. But you know what? There's a warning here. Poor little puppy is like, look out, what are you doing? What are you doing? So that's what's screaming out to me. Whatever decision you're looking into, there is a warning. Be very careful. Okay? It says innocence, freedom, originality, adventure, travel, stupidity, carelessness, idealism, youth, spontaneity, lack of commitment, new beginnings, and blindness. So basically, it's okay to be naive. That's why I said do your homework. Look something up. Don't just go into something blindly. That's what that means. But it's okay to be spontaneous. Like I said, hey, let's go here, let's go there. Again, watch your money. How much does it cost? Where are we going? Do you have gas in the car? All right, that just came to me too. Make sure what they want you to chip in for. I've gotten into situations like that where I had only maybe $60 in my pocket, and then all of a sudden it's, you got to pay for transportation. Oh, you got to pay for, we did 3 rounds of drinks, and, meanwhile I was just drinking water to try to save money, and the next thing I know, they want me to help pay for their drinks. It's like, excuse me, what is this? So just be careful. If you... there are some group of friends that have those expectations, and there are some groups of friends who pay for self, and it's like, don't worry about it. So don't be bullied into situations, and know what you're getting into. That's what I'm reading. So whether it be trips going out, or jobs, or schools. Oh yeah, I heard about that school. It's really good. And then meanwhile, it's like some online, thing that is closing soon that you never realized. So always do your homework. Make sure you look things up. And as far as your friendships are concerned, make sure you know the details up front. Don't just blindly go somewhere. I used to do that and get myself in trouble all the time. So just talking from experience here. Listen to Auntie Lola. All right, so in the near future, like I said before, there's happiness. Who knows? Maybe you're going to be invited to a trip to the shore. Again, get the stuff in a text. Get it in writing. Make sure, and then they can't say, oh, I meant blah, blah, blah. No. Just say, let's write down exactly what you mean by this. Oh, let's rent a shore house for the, a couple of weeks. I heard blah, blah, blah. Okay, listen. I would love to do that, but... Again, I'm not really working that much right now. I might have the time, but I don't have the cash. So let's figure this out. Let's see how we can do this. Maybe go ahead, you rent a shore house, and I might be able to come. Would it be okay if I come? Of course, by myself, maybe a couple of days, and I'll sprint the, let's divide the money down and see what my cut is for that weekend. So maybe... just show up for a certain amount of time. How does that sound? Okay? Try to compromise. Because it's short-lived. You don't want to blow all your cash. It's fun. It's beautiful. You're going to have a wonderful time. But how are you going to feel? How are you going to feel after that? You're going to be grabbing at straws. You're going to be grabbing every penny that comes your way because you blew it all on this trip. You can't do that, okay? So it says happiness, family, happy family reunion, coming home, family gatherings, marriage, long-term relationships. And, definitely go on the trip if you Numbers here in, this area or wherever you are. If you're invited somewhere, just get the details down in writing, whatever, especially if there's money involved, and and just go and have fun with it. If you have to compromise, do so. That's the reading that I'm getting with that. And of course, if it's talking about work, what I'm seeing here as an overall is it's good. It's a very good opportunity. However, make sure you do your homework because you want your happiness to last. You do not want to feel like this. Like, oh, wow, why did I take this job? Make sure that the pay is the work that you do so that you're not sitting there miserable, grabbing to every penny. Maybe, sometimes you have what's called benefits-rich companies. What that means is the pay is low and the benefits are high. Maybe you need the medical. Maybe you want the 401k or, whatever they're calling it, at your place. Just double check exactly what you're getting into. That's my message here. So that's your reading for this. And now I will read the Life Purpose Oracle for you. That was a good reading. I really like that because there's really good advice in there. I'm not really seeing much in the signs. Maybe Pisces, Cancer. Maybe a little Leo. So I see the sun here. And this energy, because you would think with the rainbow and everything would also be Leo, but I'm seeing Aries. It says defeat, but there's like a Venus sign there. So be careful. Venus, I would say defeat. Yeah, that's definitely related to, like, I would say work related. You got the moon plus a Cancer sign. So definitely a Cancer sign is involved. But you could take that with a grain of salt if you're not into astrology. Definitely budget. You need to budget. That's the biggest thing that I see here is, put the partying aside and you need to budget. Watch that pocket. Okay, what does the collective need to know about their life's purpose? Okay, first card. Speaker. Your life purpose is, oh my goodness, sorry. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. Why did it do that? Whoa, okay, let me back it off in case you want to take a screenshot. 3, 2, and 1. I'll give you 3, okay? 1 for each pile. So those who like to do public speaking or teaching. Whoa, these just came out. I'll take them. I'll put these aside. Artists. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. I totally agree. And you could do this as a main gig and side gig and just for fun. Maybe that's why you got that. I'll use this as an extra card, okay? Light and love. And you could apply this to every area of your life and work. Your purpose is to bring divine healing light and love to this world. So however that resonates to you, if you're studying medicine maybe, or healing in some way, if you work with children and animals maybe, or the elderly, I got that. You're on the right path. Okay, so I like that feeling too. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Perfect. I love that for your reading. So that is your career reading. And thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to pull a sticker and it says, "Believe in You." Listen to that Whitney Houston song, "Believe in You and Me." It's Believe in Miracles, and there might be something in it with the lyrics. It's also attached to a movie, and you might want to take a look at that. It's a beautiful song, if anything. And thank you so much. So if you like my content, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And thank you so much for being here. Next will be your love reading or connections. Thank you.